With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. One final time this season. Hi there, everybody. Joined by Brock Heward in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and we have made it. The greatest game of them all, everybody. Welcome to the Super Bowl. And it really is the perfect crowning event for each and every NFL season, isn't it, partner? All the fanfare, the celebration in the week leading up to this game, and then in the moment, we see the two best teams in the NFL squaring off for this title.
Such a few fortunate players and coaches who are making a repeat appearance in this game on this stage, Kate. So many. This is the culmination of a dream that began a decade, even a couple decades ago, as a young player discovering their love for football. And for those first-timers, that's fine. Go ahead and take in this atmosphere. Just make sure you're focused when that ball is teed up and ready to go. Those dreams you had as a kid, well, they didn't end up with you losing this game. Oh, no. They ended up with you raising the Lombardi Trophy and calling yourself a champion.
Mahomes getting throw on this first play. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's picked out by the Giants. They have gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it. You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Throw on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. They'll go left side with Tracy. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's third and less than a yard.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Third down from the gun. Has his man, it's Tracy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
60 by 6.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That hit affected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Cade York now on for the field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Groupie sends it through. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Zentner all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He throws a bullet to the center. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pull ahead 6-3 in the first. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to the well again. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Connects with Johnson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
He'll throw it. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's the end of one in Super Bowl 63. 7-3 is our score. We'll get you back to Tampa after this. We are back and just as excited as you are. Time to resume action here in Super Bowl 63. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The throw is caught. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
They send the tight end in motion left. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
They'll send him up the middle. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 2nd quarter lead. On is Katie York for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Zentner all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Attack, attack! Wait.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's got a man left. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Cut out left. Escapes a defender. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
15.
Back to throw Mahomes. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Yellow. Attack!
Back to the air, Mahomes. Went right, and that's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. QB sneak coming. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants parlay the interception into points. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to see those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
Zentner all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. And that one's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So now they have 3rd and short. Throwing is Mahomes. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Check down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Mahomes to throw for it. He connects downfield on fourth. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs reduce the lead to just 4. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. The Giants in possession. 2nd down now, 7 to go. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Gets this to Johnson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
Well, things weren't about to end after the 1st hit or the 2nd. Studden had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Chased out to his right. He's running for it. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. They'll bring out Ty Zettner to send it away on 4th down. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Third and long for him here. He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Hey, 15, 15, 15. Easy. I don't need to.
First down from the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He puts some power on a deep one left. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Forced out to his right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Grupe sends it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's a throw. He finds Johnson. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. All right, here we go. Second down. Pass play coming here. On the move, headed right. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the gun on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. A handoff to Tracy. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on second and goal.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they're left with third and goal. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 yards on the carry, and it's going to bring up fourth and goal from the 3. So for the third time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Grupe sends it through, and they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a third time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Zettler all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Yellow.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Right side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He puts everything behind this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
I don't need to. I don't need to. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Hey, dribble it, dribble it. What's that?
Again, Mahomes to throw. That one's complete to London. And he's taken down at the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Flushed out now to his left. He's keeping it. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
They'll run here on 1st down. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Hey, 57, 57.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Yellow. 50, yellow, yellow, yellow. Right side.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go.
Hey, dribble it. Right side.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. The back's got it. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Opportunity here for this defense if they can make this stop on 3rd and goal. Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs jump in front now by 5. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down. They go play action here. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets. Yet it's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So not only do they not get the result that they wanted, but they're going to lose what could be a very valuable timeout too. He's on the move. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to the air here. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. A give now from the gun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 1st down play nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running back, motioning right. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. back to throw it. That's caught for the first. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal. Coming left is Tracy. Is in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a fourth-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for two. Free play here. Let's see what he does. They did it. He made the interception. The LSU rookie with the pick. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. All right, now another opportunity to convert this two-point try. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Well, that right there, a very important two-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. It puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mahomes now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Awareness. Awareness is so critical of where those defenders are down the field to find that open receiver. But it's just as important, Kate, in the pocket. Having awareness of what's going on around you, the QB didn't. And the defense registers a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing now. Try and push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have taken the lead late. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys him some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19, Tiger, 9.
A give to Tracy up the middle. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
It's a pickup of 11, and it's good enough for a New York first down. They go right back to Tracy. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He tries to sneak it. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. He'll look to throw it. Getting out to his left. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Zettler all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Setting up to pass. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
0-15. Return.
Here he is to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. So they call a timeout. So that is their final one. And with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it or do they just kick it now? Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Return.
Back to the air, Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. And the Big Apple is about to get a big trophy. The New York Giants are Super Bowl champions. At the podium is the commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, to award the Lombardi Trophy to the New York Giants, your champions of Super Bowl 63. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch you all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.